Hey, Mike Oglesby here, talking about the Keep in Touch strategy, building block 3 of module 2, building trust and credibility. Remember that all sales offers should be proportionate to the amount of trust that you have earned, and trust is earned over time. So a systematized Keep in Touch strategy, which allows us to build trust and credibility, is essential for the sales cycle to work effectively. There's two kinds of keeping in touch. The keeping in touch with individuals, which is following up with clients or potential clients, colleagues, and others on a one-to-one personal level, and keeping in touch through your lists. Developing an automated keep in touch strategy through which you broadcast newsletters, send out direct mail campaigns, write blog posts, and use other publishing platforms such as social media. Let's talk about how to develop or create a solid keep in touch strategy. You must have system tools or systems that allow you to collect and connect. To collect the contact information and other relevant, valuable information about the people you want to reach, and to connect with them and keep track of your interactions using tools to help automate your efforts. Now, in order to do this, you need more than just an address book, which is the typical contact management system that many service professionals use. You need to do more than collect names and contact information. Your system should allow you to include relevant information so that when you keep in touch, it is personal and it is meaningful. Now, whatever system you choose should allow you to segment your people into groups, add tags for each individual person, such as their professional industry, their likes and dislikes, their different things that they're interested in, and that nature. And it should allow you to add notes for each individual person. This section of your system is going to allow you to plug in information of each interaction with them, where you met them, pertinent information that you're going to want to remember. That's going to help you to build that trust, credibility, and rapport with this potential client down the road. In other words, what you need is a CRM. It is a contact or customer relationship management system, such as that of Infusionsoft. So let's talk about using your CRM to collect and connect. Now, once you've decided on which CRM you would like to have, you actually have to have something in place to use it. Otherwise, it's not doing you any good. You have to use the CRM to collect names and contact information, and you have to continue to connect with the people that are in your database list in order to build trust and credibility. Now, the size of your database, but more importantly, the quality of the relationship that you have with these people in your database is directly proportionate to the financial health of your business. So let's talk about prerequisites for communicating with your lists of followers or subscribers. Before you communicate with your list of followers or subscribers, we have to remember there are two prerequisites. One, you have to make meaningful connections with each of them. And two, they must have given you permission to be on the list. In other words, you can't just go adding people to your list. So let's talk about that for a moment, permission marketing. Now, once you've met someone and exchanged contact information, you have permission to communicate with them on a personal one-to-one level. You can start up conversations with them. You can continue dialogues with them of things that are of interest and valuable for both of you. However, this does not equate to them giving you permission to be put on your list. You can ask them if they'd like for you to add them to your list. You can tell them about it, the value in it, when it's delivered, and other valuable information. Then, if they accept your invitation, you can send it to them, along with other promotional offers and things of that nature. Before you do any of your broadcast follow-ups to your groups of people on your list, it should be based, make sure that it's based on the principles of permission marketing. Everyone on your list should have the opportunity to volunteer to be marketed to. So what is permission marketing? One, it's anticipated. People look forward to hearing from you. Two, it's personal. The content that you deliver is directly related to the person it's being delivered to. And three, it's relevant. The marketing is relevant to the person that you are marketing to. It's what they're interested in. It's why they joined your mailing list or what have you, because they're interested in that particular product or service that you offer. So let's talk about sharing content that is relevant, it's current, it's valuable, and it's interesting. There are 6 categories of content that meet this criteria, and we bunch them into 3 different groups. First, sharing helpful information. This is industry information, tips, tricks, strategies, techniques, and other content from other sources such as experts. And then there is sharing what you offer. This would be your products and service offerings. And then last is show and tell. This is cool, keep in touch, and special announcements. So let's talk about using the 80-20 rule to develop valuable content. The 80-20 rule is a rule of thumb that it's not necessary, however, it will go a long way in helping you develop trust and enhancing your credibility. So it's advisable that you use the 80-20 rule when creating and developing your content. It takes 80% of the focus and puts it on your client, and it puts 20% of focus on you. You take 80% of what you make should be free, helpful information that is valuable to the people you're meant to serve. And 20% should be about who you are and how you help those people that you serve. So let's talk about the tools in which you can utilize in order to deliver your content. Now, once you've got all this great content, you've got to figure out what is the best method and way to deliver it to your people. Now, there's many different ways, but there's the 5 most common are printed and mailed newsletters, direct mail, email, social media, and phone calls. Let's talk about e-zines for a moment. E-zines are still the easiest and most cost-effective way to reach large numbers of people or large groups that you have. It's also a very powerful marketing tool to build your list and to position yourself as a category authority or expert in your field. Now, there's 3 considerations when creating your e-zines. First is the e-zine format. Now, you don't need an HTML newsletter in order to appear professional. You need to consider your e-zine layout. The layout of the text in your e-zine is just as important as the message that you have in your e-zine. The reason is because most people are not going to read it. They're going to scan it, and if it looks relevant and or interesting to them, that's when they're going to read it. And you need to take into consideration the e-zine frequency. While there are a lot of factors that come into play here, it should be mostly based on what you're trying to do with that e-zine, what result you're trying to get, what you're trying to accomplish. Now, some people send theirs out weekly. Some people send out e-zines twice a week, once a month, once a year. Okay, but you want to base it on basically what you are trying to accomplish with that e-zine. So let's sum all this up. The Book Yourself Solid Keep in Touch strategy is the key to ensuring that your marketing efforts are effective and successful. A variety of Book Yourself Solid strategies will help you collect more names for your database. And your database, along with your Keep in Touch strategy, will help you to connect with those that you're meant to serve. Remember, keeping in touch with your potential clients is critical to building trust and credibility. And it'll keep you in the foremost of their minds for when they do need you. You know, some people are not going to need you right then, but if you stay at the forefront of their mind, when they have a need, one that you can feel, they're going to think of you. They're going to think of you or the services or products or programs that you offer. In short, your business depends on your keep in touch.